All right, guys, we're headed to the gate for the Stephen Foster Stakes, and it's been a great day of racing action. What better way to end it than the Breeders' Cup winning you're in for the Classic here at Churchill Downs. Aaron, I'll go to you first. Olympiad, 6-5 favorite, a horse that's really done almost nothing wrong for so long, but the mile and eighth might be a slight question mark against some of these horses. What do you think?
Yeah, I went slightly against him. I went with horse just who's inside the 2 American Revolution, and for the big reason was the price. I thought Olympiad would get bet down pretty hard. He has, and I like 4-1 on the 2. Listen, Olympiad's been the best horse going 2 turns in this country this year, but we got to step up. We got to face better horses today.
Mike, what do you think about this race?
I think it's interesting. You got 2 Cox horses. You got one on the rail, one on the 6 post. It's going to be interesting to see what Mandaloun can do from the 6. If Cattle River can take another step forward, because he has really progressed the last 2 from the rail, should get the lead, try and take this field gate to wire. American Revolution's interesting. Olympiad's interesting. This is going to be a big key race moving forward for a couple of these horses to determine where they actually stack up when you talk about the older horses going 2 turns.
Yeah, great point, Mike. At the bit out of the gate here, and see who wants to take the lead. We're gonna go 4 wide here. What are they doing, Aaron?
I love American Revolution spot. I'll tell you, he's the one who gets to tuck in and just be like, okay.
Sias looked at everybody else and said, "I'm not doing this."
Yeah, and Sias, the aggressive rider, and he looked at that like you said. Everybody else was like, "Why are we doing this? Why are we 4 or 5 across the track?" He could have made it 5 across the track if he would have stuck in there. But now they kind of shuffle out Cattle River 23-5 or 0.05, I should say. So they're not crawling, that's for sure.
I'm shocked Mandaloun is this forwardly placed when you have stablemates in first and third. It made no sense for him to be in that stack because you knew Cattle River was going to get the lead here. You knew he was sending. Why is Mandaloun sitting that close? And they're burning, man. 46-2 was pretty quick here.
They're going a mile and an eighth. Did they forget that they're going a mile and an eighth in this race?
This is how chaos happens.
I mean, if you're like Aaron and I, and you had American Revolution, you love it. Mike, I know you like Proxy better than I do, and he's farther back, but I think Proxy could be set up to make a big run here and at least hit the board.
We'll see. I mean, we're about to find out how good these horses are. You got the top 3 that are all starting to ask. You got American Revolution sitting right behind, who got the perfect trip. No excuses for the 2 here. He's got to win this if he wants to be considered one of the top older males.
He's
making
a nice move.
Quite get his footing under him though. He's just going left and right and everywhere, but he's in with a shot now. He'll look at Olympiad though. Wow,
looking good. Here he comes though.
Horse.
Gosh, American Revolution just can't get his footing. He's trying.
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna get there.
Right. There's something about that track that he just.
Yeah. He ran a lot better today, but
hell of an effort from the top. Hey, look, we got third there late, Mike.
Proxy, baby. There's the giant horse coming on
up. Wow, passes Mandaloun. So the Kentucky Derby winner from last year can't get the job done over the same track. Aaron Halterman, what do you think about the race here? Olympiad, American Revolution, great effort from them both.
Yeah, I give a lot of credit to Olympiad. My goodness, he was kind of up there with him, and he just galloped away from him. And I'll give American Revolution another chance. We saw him last time out run really poorly at Churchill Downs, and he just didn't act like he loved the track again today. But boy, he really tried, and he gave it his all. But Olympiad is on another level right now. This is a top 2 or 3 Breeders' Cup Classic horse after this. We said he kind of had to prove his worth today. He'd been facing some easier fields. This was a good field, and he made it look pretty damn easy.
5 dirt route races, 5 dirt route wins, 4 of them grade stakes. Mike, where do you put Olympiad in the conversation now?
It was interesting. I listened to Blinkers Off, and they were talking about that top 6 and how winning this race, it was really hard to move anyone up that much because of who's ahead of them. I'd probably put him somewhere in the 4 to 5 spot because you still have some monsters like Flightline, Life is Good, that are up in front of him. Country Grammar, we haven't seen come back since Dubai. I would probably have Country Grammar lower than most people. I think I'd probably have Olympiad up to either 3 or 4 at this point. I think you have to respect the hell out of Flightline and Life is Good, but Olympiad's right behind those 2, or that right in that group that's right behind those 2.
Proxy is now at 12 starts, has hit the board in 10 of those. So, he still hasn't gotten that first greatest stakes win. But if you look back at his every race in 2022, it's been on the board. He's got a win in an optional claimer, and then second, gets third again here. So a horse that maybe you don't want to play him to win. Definitely a horse if you're playing exotics. I mean, he's 11-1 here, and it was a clear shot halfway through the race, I think. He was going to hit the board. So a good effort from him. Aaron, any other horses that you like or discount moving forward?
I mean, do we stick a fork in Mandaloun? Because that was pretty brutal. I wouldn't touch Proxy with your money magic ever. I think the top 2 move on and they're contenders, and the rest of them, it's like, I don't think they're going to be able to cut it. That's two really bad races in a row for Mandaloun. So I don't know about him. Yeah, I think the top two though, look out. They're pretty solid horses.
Mike, same for you.
Yeah, I mean, Mandaloun was already cooked over well after the last race. I didn't even touch him in here, and I don't think really have that much interest in him moving forward. Proxy's a great Grade 3 horse that runs in Grade 1 races. That's just a little bit of a problem. So I think Proxy's one of those. You still play underneath. Tough for him to win here. But yeah, Mandaloun to me is the story. I mean, they went fast, so you can kind of make an excuse somewhat for the one horse here in Caddo River. Mandaloun got hung wide a little bit, went toward that pace, but it wasn't a great effort. And if you look, Olympiad was on that pace too. He came home in 12 seconds for the final furlong. That's what you do if you want to be a Breeders' Cup Classic type level horse. That's not what Mandaloun did.
Yeah, great point. Mandaloun, it's a very similar race to the Saudi Cup, which he was returning from, where he was forwardly placed early, and when it came time to go, he just didn't have it. So we'll see what happens. Let us know. What do you think about Mandaloun and the other horses in the race? Let us know in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video before you leave. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll see you at the track.